I'm going to do really easily, really quickly, is I'm going to sit there, I'm going to say, hey, remember our estimating strategies cadence? I'm going to sit there and I'm going to say, hey, that's 7.5, 7.56 is close to 7.5. If I round that, it'd round to 8. Is that like one of the biggest, worst rounds that you can do? It is. When you're at 7.5 and you round to 8, you are rounding. What's that? Oh, I would round to 7.5. That particular one I'd round to 7.5. Easy numbers, remember? Easy numbers don't have a rule to them. Easy numbers are easy numbers. You look at it and you go, is that easy? If it's easy, then that's what works for it. But rounding 7.5 to a whole number is the most inaccurate round you can do. Does that make sense? It is the biggest round that you can do. You are losing or adding the most of the number that isn't there. Do you kind of know what I'm saying? No? What I'm saying is this. Remember what we were talking about with rounding? Rounding means, and we did this with the meter sticks, rounding means you're saying, where is the closest? So let's say that we're rounding to tenths, which are these big colored chunks, right? And what I'm saying when I'm rounding is I'm saying, what's closest? If I'm here at 58, am I closer to 60 or am I closer to 50? 60. Is it much of a shove to get it over there, Ava? Not much of a shove, is it? It's just a little shove to get it over there. But if I'm rounding from 55, is it much of a shove to get it over there? It is. It's a big shove. And the thing is that, and we talked about that before, it's not really closer to 60 than it is to 50, is it? No, it's exactly the same in the middle. And so the same thing. Now, let's pretend that this is what I'm rounding exactly. This big thing right here. And I sit there and I get it up to 68 or 86. Is it much of a shove to get it over here? Not really. I go to 50. Is it much of a shove to get it over here? It is. And so that's what I'm talking about with rounding big. It's big, ugly, you're losing estimation value when you do that. When I have 7.56 and I turn that into an 8, I'm losing a lot of estimation value. When I have 4.8 and I turn that into a 5, am I losing a lot of estimation value? How many people say yes? How many people say no? 4.8 to 5, it's not bad. It's worth rounding. 7.5 to 8, you're losing a lot of accuracy. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn it to 7.5 plus 5. 7.5 plus 5. Roughly, my answer is about 12.5. Is that answer about 12.5? No? So I look at that and go, yeah, it's probably going to be okay. 6, and if we have that little imaginary meter, 0, 6 plus 0 is 6, 5 plus 8 is 3, carry the 1, you actually get 13, right? So you take that 10, you turn it into an extra 1, you put it up there, 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 4 is 12. Nice job. 3.6, do we have it lined up? Yes. Estimating 8 plus 4, I'm going to say, is 12, close to 12, kinda. 5 plus 0 is 5, 6 plus 8 is 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 1 is 11.
Sorry, I was subtracting.
Big sigh. It's a good way to just lose marks. It's a good way to just give away marks. And do you know what might help? Zach? Put your operation in. None of these people. Who's this? Who's D? Thank you, Stephanie. Put her operation in. Who's E? Woodbridge. Woodbridge, it looks like you got swords and minuses and multiplication, everything all laying on top of each other. I can't even tell what's happening. Who did that? Thank you. Put your operation in. It helps you. There's 4 operations to choose from. You don't write it down, you don't know what to do. Plus 1 plus 0, 1. 1. Oh, sorry. No. 0. Carry the 1. He's doing that weird double, giving your own thing, decimal own place value column. Don't do that, please. Line them up. 5 and 1. If I had to round, I'd go 5 plus 0 is roughly 5. 0.62 plus 0.8.